Oh my gosh, I hope I've got it right. I hope I've set everything up. 11:29. So here we go. 11:30 and the doors are open, hopefully. Um, so I'm going to give just 5 minutes to allow people to come in. And while that is happening, I'm going to share my screen. Righty. And I am believing this is the one that I need. Okay. So today my goal is to um first of all welcome everybody to this experience. Um I've been here now for 1 week and I am um absolutely amazed with this platform. I'm just looking at where I am right now on the screen. I'm going to actually take that one off there. And hopefully all is well. I'm just going back to the community, make sure that um that we are live. There we are. Okay, so like I said, this is going to be a fun ride, trying new things and just having a go, a lot of action, which I'm loving. And this morning, I was just overwhelmed actually with the amount of notifications I got. I think there was like 54 at one stage. Um, and then just, I think it was 11 o'clock, I managed to get through everything and hit that beautiful button that says, I've read them all. Um, and I guess really, I'd love to hear from other people how you're going with discovering what you need to, you know, how much time you need to spend on the notifications, how much time you tend to spend on your own page creating the community. Um, this is not my show, but it's a community. And so I'd love to be able to open a space here that is friendly, that people can actually come in and just create and toss around ideas and do some brainstorming, just offer some little tips here and there. So today I'm actually responding to one of our members, Casey. She made a comment um, that she's lost when it comes to creating a thumbnail for her amazing YouTube videos. And so today I thought, well, this is a perfect opportunity to provide value to you guys. And so I'm going to actually create some thumbnails. So it is now 11:33. I'm just going to give another 2 minutes just for people to come in. I haven't really advertised this very well because it was like, okay, let's just get in and take action. Whoever's awake and can join us, then that'd be fantastic. Um, so I'm just hoping that I'm definitely on the right page, but um, I guess I don't see any messages there. They've got one message there from Ashley. Um, to say that I'm not, that they're not having trouble getting in. Yeah, so like I was saying, what I would love to do as you get to know us here, as you're starting to feel more comfortable, um, I would love people to approach me if you've got something to share. Maybe it's a skill um, that that you would like to share with the community, or maybe you just want to do like a coffee chat, or I'd like to give you that opportunity to claim some time and do one. So welcome. I can see somebody's trying to log in now. That's fantastic. All right. So um, I'm going to just give one more minute, but iPhone, I can't see who you are. Um, but so if you'd like to put your camera on, or feel free to to speak up and introduce yourself. Um, so my heart, my for this group, this community, it's is that it's not just about me, but it's a place where you can get ideas, you can be strengthened in your creating, just supported. It's wonderful that we can all come together with lived experience and just share some light on something that we might be struggling with. Um, can, I love connecting people to the resources that are out there. And by the looks of this community, there is so much. Just in 1 week, I've connected with so many people, and it really, the people are amazing here, really amazing. And I don't know about you or what experience you've had on other platforms, but what I'm finding is that, um, sorry, I just saw the chat. I'm Liz. Hey, Liz. I'm trying to figure it out too. I think I can ask you to unmute. I just sent a message, ask to unmute. And down the bottom of the Zoom on your phone, there's a little microphone, and it's got a line through it. That means you're on mute. And then if you just click that little microphone, you can take yourself off mute. And there should be also a little video camera that you can click, and just say, put your camera on as well, which is great. This is being recorded as well so that we can keep that in our I'm hoping to put it in the classroom. It'll be free for people to access later to watch the replay. That's the plan. But like I said before, it's all something new, and we'll just go with the flow. All right, so I'm going to jump in, and we're going to get started. So I'm just going to move us over here a little bit. I might put that chat over here so that I can see that coming if there's any more messages. And I've already organized some tabs with the different pages on so that we can get straight to it. Now I'm just going to go to YouTube before we get started. And there's a cute puppy. Let me get myself out of the way here. Let's have a look. So let me find my history. If you get a chance, yeah. Hey, Phoebe. I'll just turn that off. Okay, what I'm going to do is I must have watched it on a different page. I'm going to come back to content creators, and I'm going to find Stacy. Let's go to members. I'm in the way again. Hi, Liz. Welcome. You did it. Okay, there we are. And we're going to go to Stacy's page. So Stacy has a really interesting community, and it's all about humanity, basically, about being authentic and a learner and just loving on the world. We need more people like this, Stacey. And I actually find her page really refreshing after doing 6 years of mostly on Facebook, where I felt like I was creating content for my mother-in-law. Um, it's just been absolutely beautiful to find authentic people here, that actually do want to have a conversation. Um, so I'm just gonna go, Stacey. I'm just looking for her websites. There we go. Friends. Where are you, Stace? Okay, let's have a look at this one. Should have got this organized, hey. Oh, she must have written it on another one. All right. Well, I'm going to do a search. Maybe it's on this one. Here she is. All right. Now, what I'm going to do, the reason why I was looking for her page is, I don't know, Stacey, this is a pretty good thumbnail right here. Maybe we've inspired her 22 hours ago. That's fantastic. All right. Don't let a monkey stick his pecker in your ear. Okay. I haven't listened to this one yet, but I think this is a good one that we could do. We could practice doing a thumbnail for. So what you can do, you can actually first of all go to the video that you've created.
I went to the doctor last week
Hi, Stace.
because
And you can go through and just find an image on the video that you think, just is a little bit unique, just captures the essence of the video. Now, Stacey, she's quite a storyteller. So what I'm doing, I'm looking for a photo that, oh, where did that go? What did I do? I actually think having a finger up actually is probably one of the better ones. So I'm gonna just see if I can find that.
I went to the doctor last week
I'm just gonna move
because
this out of the
I
way.
figured something's wrong with me. And he said, he was an ENT, and he said, I understand what you're sharing, et cetera. You got half of it slightly wrong. And I just smiled nicely and was like, oh no, I said I knew it. Before I knew it, it's in my nostril, and he's spraying it because it goes and then he's saying other side, and I'm like, okay, and I'm still trying to.
Maybe just trying to find the
Sounds fine.
image.
Interested in your recommendation, and the next thing I knew, and I just smiled nice.
Mm. Okay, let me see if I can find that. That's a pretty good one. So I'm just going to try to pause that
Before I knew,
and just go a little bit closer to there. Okay, so then if you click away from the screen, you're going to get rid of all these, like the bars. You don't want that there. Oh, come on now. Don't make a liar out of me. Okay, and then what I've done, we're going to screenshot that. So, oh, that'd be my daughter's just trying to ring me. Sorry, Kieran, you can't talk right now. It's always the way, right? Okay, so we're going to screenshot that. So it's just Shift Command 4 on mine. I've got a Mac. I don't know what other people have, what it is for other devices. So I'm just going to screenshot that. Okay, so now that is in my desktop as a screenshot. And then I'm going to go to Canva. So I'm going to switch over to Canva. And here, this is something that I was looking at last night. How do I create courses? So create, and I'm going to go YouTube thumbnail. Okay, so I'm going to go, I'm not giving me any pictures at the moment. Let's just go with this one. Okay, so there's so many different templates that you can use. Canva just gives you heaps of different ones. So you can actually go through and pick something out. What I'm going to do though, I'm going to upload, get myself out of the tools section. I'm going to upload. I'm going to go to upload files. I'm gonna, and I am going to click this one. and open. Let's see what that, there we go. And I'm going to drag that to there. Now there. And then I am going to go back to the design. And what I'm going to do is get some ideas. So I'm going to have to move. Alrighty, so what makes a good thumbnail? So a good thumbnail is something that is going to stop the scroll. You want someone to go, oh, what's that? And actually be interested in looking further at the video. So the title of itself is an amazing title. Don't let a monkey stick his pecker in your ear. I mean, yeah. So I'm going to copy that. I just highlighted the writing, and now I'm going to go back to my design, and I'm just going to have a look here at some of the texts. So you want something that's going to stick out. So the coloring that Stacey's got is that nice autumn, the oranges and things like that. So you can do one of two things. You could go with that theme, the color, or you could do something completely different that will just go, whoa, um, sort of shock you a little bit. Um, this kind of thing is very common on YouTube. Let's just go to YouTube and let me show you some of the thumbnails down here. So if you can see like a dark background with a really bold title, just really stands out. Something like this, see the quiet time with God, the quiet doesn't stand out because in the background, there's like that little patch of yellow that sort of detracts away from that word. So, goodness of God, there's one that really stands out. Dog TV down here. I mean, that slaps you in the face. I speak Jesus. Um, you can tell what I listen to, can't you? Dog music to keep my dogs happy while I'm away, and praise and worship. All right. So let me go back to Canva. So you really want something that's going to go, you need to watch this. So I'm going to go back to the design. So this kind of thing is really good in the way that it highlights one word that really stands out if you've got a theme. Um, and just thinking about what Stacey stands for, is that really authentic humanity kind of thing. So I'm thinking like something like this doesn't really work for that vibe. You want to try and stay with the branding and what the message that you're trying to get across, uh, but something that's going to hit you in the face. Let's just pick one because Stacey can come back and change this. I'm going to give her the link, and then she can just play with that and make it her own. But for the point of the training, I'm going to just pick one. I'm going to go with, let's try. That's pretty in your face. I'm just going back up. You can also look at the styles section as well. Um, Combinations, recent designs. Let's have a look at the text. I can see la la la. You want a lot of the time, I think, really does just is used up just going through the what's available, the elements, and picking something. I'm just going back to the templates again. And I'm going to, let me just choose this one. But what I'm going to do, I'm just going to drag it down and add a page. So I'll go back there. Because what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy it. So I'm not going over the top of that. I'm just going to go, you just click on the element itself and the elements that you want. So I'm just going to group that just for the sake of, I'm going to take that as well. Group it, and then I'm going to drag it up into the next page, which is going to let me. Okay. So then what I'm going to do, obviously we don't want to hide Stacey's face. I'm just going to bring it to the side. And we are going to just double click that word. There's the text that I copied from the YouTube. And I'm going to just change the color so that we can see it. Okay. I'm going to put monkeys in there. And I'm going to move things around now. So just by moving, you need to ungroup it, obviously. So then you can click on different elements that you want to move. So I'm just going to click on this one and this one together. Group it. And I'm going to move that out of the way. I'm going to bring that up. You can copy this. So to copy and paste, it's just Control C and Control P. And then obviously it's in front of the writing at the moment. You can then change the position up here. There's three little dots to the right position and make it go backward. Okay, and whether or not I want this background yet, I still haven't decided, but and now we can just move things around a little bit. Oh, that was moving, Stacey. Okay. Okay. All right. So I'm just thinking what I'm going to do. I'll show you another little trick. So what I've done, I've highlighted the photo. It's got the edit. You can come to the edit, or right next to it is background remover, and you can remove the background. And then you get just the main character, which works. So, and it depends on Stacey's branding. So she may decide that she would like to have a particular color that really resonates with her work. I'm going to go with the black and the like the I'm just going to make that a little bit bigger. Don't let a monkey. Now with this one, you can also change the spacing. So that's bullets. Whoops. No. And if you don't be afraid to click on things, if you click on something and you go, oh my God, what have I done? In Canva, there's this beautiful little arrow up here. You can go back and just take it off. So what I'm going to do, I'm finding the spacing. Advanced settings, okay, line spacing. You can make them close, or you can make them stick out. You want them to be able to read it easily. People that are looking for your material. Don't let a monkey stick his pecker in your ear. Now let's find a funky monkey. He's pretty cheeky. Now, I haven't actually watched the video yet. I'm going to go back and watch that. But I did watch some other videos of Stacey's, and it's really definitely worthwhile going back to watch. Kind of like the first one. I could be here for a while. Cheeky monkey pointing. It's pretty cute. Chimpanzee. I'm gonna go with this fella. He looks a bit cheeky. So, what you can do as well, like you can make the monkey go back as well. So I'm just going to position that backwards. There we are. And now with Stacey's picture, I can make her bigger and bring her forward. I'm just gonna, we don't need that anymore. I'm just gonna get rid of it. Need to. And there you go. So you can actually make, you don't want to have too much space. That's just my personal opinion. But at the same time, you really you want that writing to really stick out. And I'm just copying that. I'm gonna paste that down here. And then I'm gonna turn that around. Yeah. What do you think? So that's just one example. And really your only limit, your limitations is what you can imagine and what, the time that you have, obviously, to just go and click on the elements and put it all together. So there we are. Now, what you can do then from here, um, you can also put a border around that if you wanted to just make it pop a little bit more. But it depends again on the branding that you have and how you want it to look on your YouTube page. So we would just do that, and then where is my borders? Haven't really done many borders, but I'm going to go into elements and borders. Get me out of the way again. Okay. So what I've done, I've just clicked on an element, a border element, and I've just dragged it over the screen. And then that just it's just not quite right yet. Just adjust it so that it's right. There you go. Now, the color of this, don't let us um here. Oh, I'm just gonna have to go. A little bit more. Does it look right? Now what I'm going to do for the moment, I'm just going to position that backwards so that I can work on the writing in front. Just clicking out. Oh, sorry, a minute ago. My touch is too heavy. Just trying to get that to move over a little bit. And sometimes perfection's not a good idea anyway, because if it's a little bit a little bit out of the norm, it just draws people's eyes in. So, I mean, it's up to you who's doing it. I'm just going to delete this in the background. Now what I'm going to click on that element again, bring it backward so that I can click on the writing here. Did that work? Yep. No. Why's the computer doing that? Let's take it right back to the back. Awesome. Now I just want to make that coloring text color. That one. And I just want to make it brighter. So, well, that just made it pop. I think that's a really good example of no, that's got to be there. All right. Okay. Sorry, I'll finish my sentence. That just gives a great example of the difference a color can make to the picture. I'm just going to go to back. Okay. Did you see the difference between the colors and how it made it pop? I'm just moving him over a little, maybe this one over. Mm-hmm. Okay. Positioning back. Half of the, okay, that's great. We've got access to that. Another way you can do this as well is just looking at the layers, just going down, review, pages. See it there. All right. There we are. I don't know if you can hear my husband in the background. He's watching something on the video in there. Alrighty. So I'm going to make that word come over a little. Just the word. Okay. And I'm just going to make that slightly smaller. Monkey, stickies, macaroni. There you go. It's done. It can be that quick, or you could take a while. Depends, like it really does depend on a number of things. It depends on branding, depends on if you want certain logos in your YouTube as well, that you're wanting people to remember the logo. So if they see the logo, they think of your brand. Um, yeah, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else that I've missed. Sorry, there's a chat. Let's have a look at the chat. Oh, I'm using a paid Canva. Mainly because I love Canva. I use it every day for my business, so I get a lot of value in it. One thing I find with Canva though, if you're saving any of the files, they're big files. So often if you're downloading a video, you have to upload it to YouTube and then download it off YouTube to get a smaller file. There's something in the process um, that YouTube does to the videos. Because when you're trying to upload, like on platforms like Facebook, they have a limit to the files, especially if you're using them in Messenger. Um, what are the dimensions for a YouTube thumbnail? Yeah, good question. So what I've done, using the template that Canva's already created for the thumbnails, I don't have to think about numbers because it's already there. But in saying that, I've noticed in some cases, like for example, on a Facebook cover page, the the dimensions are actually a little bit bigger, and I've had to cut it in, bring it in. So sometimes it's actually worthwhile if you do
Mm-hmm.
find that you can you can actually just resize, come in here and then put in actual dimensions. Um, like you can resize it to that. So for example, let's go thumbnail. Say you wanted to do this, but you wanted to put on another platform, for example, um, you can, change it. So just looking at these dimensions, they're all the same, except for the Snapchat. So for just to as an example, I'm just going to save and make another copy. File. Um, make a copy before I play with that. Okay, and then I'm going to resize um, the copy, and I'm going to come now, Snapchat, and this will just give you an idea of, how it does that. Um, copy and resize, or just resize this design. I've already made a copy, so it's fine. And there we go. Often with YouTube, when you're uploading a a video on YouTube, they allow you to upload just a photo off your computer. So you can when you're uploading, you can just sort of crop it to where you want from memory. So you can play around with the sizings. But say, for example, you don't like to have the white space here.
Mm-hmm.
After you've resized it, there's a number of things that you can do. Obviously, go in and change your settings a little bit just to modify it. Bring your border up. Like it's just a matter of playing with your design, and try to, stay true to what you were creating in the first place. But there's ways around it. Yeah. So there we go. And look, you could actually put her name on there as well. I'm just going to go back to the channel. I'll go back to the original design as well. Um, Because we want people to remember them, right? So,
Because I was going to ask about a watermark too, if
oh
that's her
yeah.
brand.
Are you wanting to put a watermark on it, or are you wanting to avoid a watermark?
Put it.
Let's have a look. So obviously you would upload your mark into Canva
Mhm.
and then you'd put it on there. Um, where am I up to? This one. So text, add a text box. I'm gonna put this in purple. This seems like a good idea. Double click. And Stacey, if you're watching, just do whatever works for your design. And I'll give you the link, and I can also make a time to sit with you and play with that as well. Um, yeah, I don't think it stands out as well as pink. Hello. Another thing you can do too is you can actually put another background, like a shape underneath. I'm just gonna bring that. Make that. What else? Can I just get rid of that? Yeah. Uh, can you animate the monkey on thumbnail? Oh, that's a good question. From memory, the thumbnail itself is actually just a still. I haven't actually seen too many thumbnails that are animated. But in
Mhm.
saying that, like cover pages for at one stage on YouTube, I did see some animations. So that's something that we can look into a little bit more. Um, yeah, that's a good question. Thank you, Liz. Um, with the text in there, there's a really great effects that you can put on there. Sorry, I'm just moving this out of the way. So I've just highlighted the text there. You can go up here to effects, and you can outline, and that's what that does. It just makes the letters pop for you, and you can change the thickness of the outline as well, and you can change the color. And that seems to. So at the moment, the color's green. We can make the color purple, pink, purple, kind of like that. But again, depending on what branding that Stacey wants as well. But yeah, quite like that too. So there you go. Any more questions, Liz?
No, it's pretty good. I've used Canva before, the free and the paid, and that screenshotting from part of your YouTube video was not something I ever thought about. That was a really good idea right there. I might be trying
Yeah,
that one
awesome.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I yeah, I love screenshotting. It really does help. Especially when you're doing something with your videos and you want to put like a little short or
Mm-hmm.
just to highlight parts of your video. So you can actually screenshot like little photos from the video and then put them together as a video. Does that make sense? So you're creating a
Like
little,
a
like,
collage,
sorry, say that again.
like a collage,
Well, it's not really a collage. What you're doing, you're sort of
like pictures here and there.
you're collecting your photos on a page.
Uh-huh.
Um, so say for example, if you're designing on Canva, you're doing a YouTube video or not a YouTube, maybe an Instagram reel. and you're collecting
Mm-hmm.
photos and just putting the photos
Okay.
together, when you press
Uh-huh.
play, it creates a video, right? So then you can go
Uh-huh.
over with a bit of text and just highlight the highlights from your video.
Mhm.
If you And that creates a
Right.
little short, and then you can direct them to the main video. So
Uh-huh.
it's a way of using your original the content that you've already created, and keeping it fresh on your page as well, because you can put a little short up and people go, oh, I'm interested in that. And then you can have a link that takes them to your content.
Right. Okay. Well, that
Absolutely.
was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
I'm so glad. And it's lovely to meet you, Liz.
You
I'm going to stop
too.
the recording here. And Stacey, thank you so much for also for commenting that, what you needed. My goal is to, as a community, to work together to help each other learn, help each other to build our businesses, create content, and, have that community, the supportive community in the process of doing that. So if you've got a project that you would like to play with, put,
Mm-hmm.
speak up, speak up.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm really looking forward to the experience of what this community can be.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, I'm going to stop the record now, and